What's up? How you doing? Yes, good. I always like to tell people a little about myself. One thing is when I was a little kid, I was a terrible speller. I could not spell. So my mom and dad tried to help me out. They got me a little helper, a little friend, a little aid. They got me a little red box called Speak and Spell. You remember this thing, Speak and Spell? Yeah? No. They shouldn't have called it Speak and Spell. What they should have called it Speak like the devil. Remember the voice? A-E-I-O-U. No. No! That thing was evil, man. That thing used to wake me in the middle of the night. Play with me. Yeah, oh yeah.
Get out of bed. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I will kill your family.
Evil. Evil. I'm 8 years old, I spell great, I talk like a freak. I'm like, what?
What is wrong with me? Yeah, whatever. I don't need you, I don't need anybody.
Okay, how about this one? No. Okay, here's another game. It was electronic. And when you started off this game, you were a genius. By the end, you were a complete loser. It's called Simon. No. It was round, it had 4 colorful cubes, and all you had to do, remember. That's it. Was it easy? No. Ready? This was any kid having a game of Simon. Ready? Boop. Boop. Boop boop. Boop boop. Boopy boop. Boopy boop. Boopy boop boop. Boopy boop boop. Boopy boop 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 beep 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 boop beep boop beep 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 boop 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 beep boop beep 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 beep. Mom!
Help me. Help. Come on. Yeah, whatever.
Wasn't easy for me because I grew up with 1 brother, 5 sisters. Yeah, that's right. Woo! I had to wear a tampon just to fit in. Hi. Yeah. And if you have brothers growing up, that's one thing. Brothers, you get like, noogies and wedgies, I had 5 sisters. What did I get? Makeovers. Yeah. All I wanted to do when I was a little kid, all I wanted to know was karate. Just... I used to run around my house. I wanted to, if anything got in my way, like the dog, You're a bad dog. I am the master. So let me tell you, no, this is, my dad tried to trick me because I'd beg. I'd be like, Dad, please, can I take karate? Want to be like my hero, Mr. Furley? No, shut up, no, because I'm not done. So this is what he did, the cheap honky. He tried to trick me. Because my sisters, I had 5. I wore a tampon. This is true, they were taking aerobics. So he tried to trick me. He sent me to aerobics with them, and he tried to trick me and tell me it was karate. Imagine if I fell for that, if I went to the class and I believe, I'm gonna get into a fight after school with a kid. I'm like, you wanna go with me? Come on, let's go, let's do it. You messed with the wrong man. You are going down as soon as I put on my leotard. Thank you very much.
How are you, folks? It's good to be here, man. I was almost late, man. I was almost late getting over here, and I feel bad because I got a little bit rude in the elevator. And you know what I'm talking about. You've all been rude in the elevator. You've done this. You're standing in the elevator at the hotel or at work. The doors are just starting to close, and some guy starts running through the lobby, and he's like, wait, wait, wait. And you're in the elevator, and you pretend you're going to push the door open button. You're like, oh, 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 oh. And you ever notice in an elevator there's no 13th floor? Well, I've done a little research, folks, between me and you. It's on the 14th. I'm feeling good, man. I am feeling great. I just had some cosmetic surgery done. I had my chin removed and my ears enlarged. Doesn't work for everybody. It's working for me. Man, everybody's getting cosmetic surgery nowadays. My sister she got this procedure done where she went in. She got some of the fat sucked out of her bottom and injected into her cheeks to give her that fuller facial look. Now, the bad news is she doesn't look any better. But the good news is I now officially get to call her ass face. And then she went one step further. She went out, she got her tongue pierced. She got a steel rod put through the middle of her tongue. And I said to her, you know, ass face, why would you do something like that? She said, oh, because it's cool. I said, oh yeah, steel rod through the middle of your tongue, that's real cool. Till one day you're out in the desert rock climbing with your friends, and all of a sudden up on the ridge there appears a coyote with a giant Acme magnet. People do weird cosmetic things to their bodies, man. The big rage nowadays, wrinkle cream. Everybody thinks they can stay young forever. Cheat time, brother. You can't cheat time. Wrinkle cream doesn't work. Take it from me. I've been using it for 3 years. My balls still look like raisins. Big juicy raisins. The kind you buy at the movie theater. Remember the kids in high school who used to have the train tracks on their teeth, those metal braces? I always used to want to run up to them, grab them by the back of the head, get a cabbage, and just make coleslaw on their face. It's a freaky world, man. I can't keep up with the world. Too much technology. Look at this freaky microphone. I don't know how it works. I'm talking, things are getting louder and bigger. I don't understand technology. It scares me every day. Faster, quicker, stronger. You ever have this happen to you? You phone your buddy at work or at home, give him a call on the telephone, and for some strange, freaky technological reason, you accidentally get passed through to their fax machine. And you hear that horrible noise, it's like, and you're like, Chewbacca? And you don't want to feel like a complete loser, so you try to have your conversation anyways. You're like, pumpkins are the only living organisms with triangle eyes. If you were to attack a pumpkin with two isosceles triangles and stab it in the eyes, people would think the pumpkin was wearing glasses. David Bowie and Marilyn Manson Manson have 2 different colored eyes. Coincidentally, so do huskies. The government doesn't want you to know this, but Marilyn Manson and David Bowie are huskies. Well, summer's here, the great outdoors. Everyone get out and enjoy nature. Go out and do some camping. Have some fun with your life. Get out there and live it up, man. Woo! 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 Sounds of the North, my friends. Hey, Billy Bob, come on over here and squeal like a pig for me, boy. Sounds of the South, my friends. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Hi, I'm Maria Bamford, and I am coming up next. Haha. Is he still in there? Come on. My mother always told me, she always said,
listen, if a boy doesn't like you, okay, it is just because he is intimidated by your beauty, because you are the most beautiful girl in the whole world. And if you would stop doing impersonations of me, maybe other people could see that.
I like to do different voices in my act because my own voice does not command the respect and the attention that I believe I deserve. I go into some fancy shop and say, "Hi, can I get some help?" They'd be like, "No, little girl, we're not serving little girls today." But you know, if I went in there and was like,
Hi, what's your name? Cindy? Cindy, I need to speak with your manager. Thanks a lot, sweetheart.
I used to work in an office, and I miss the excitement. Miss the excitement waking up every day. I didn't know if I was gonna go in and file something, or type something, or like file something I just typed. I decided that the worse the job is, the more excited the temporary representative seems to be about it.
Hello, Maria. This is from Judy from TRC Staffing in Glendale. Good morning. I have an incredible opportunity here for you today. $5 an hour, alphanumerical filing in an industrial warehouse. I thought of you first.
I kept expecting it to get worse.
Hello, Maria. This is Judy. Tijuana, Mexico, loading fruit trucks. You need to be there in a half hour. Corporate dress. Hello, Maria. This is it. I have a feeling. Temp to perm, Thailand. You are sold into prostitution, but there is free parking.
I used to have this really creepy boss who always come up to me and say stuff like, "I really like it when you wear your hair like that." Why don't you come in the meeting? Take shorthand, cheer up the guys with your pretty face. Come on, smile for me. You look so much more beautiful when you smile. Like, I go in his office and say stuff like,
Hi, I really love the way your gray, curly neck hair comes up over the edge of your peach poly-weave sweat-stained sports shirt. Why don't you come in my cubicle and tell me more about my partial dental benefits after 90 days? Come on, smile for me. The fact that I net $6.49 an hour to provide you with the sexual stimulation you're not man enough to get in your personal life is so much more apparent when you smile.
as I'm getting older, I realize all my dreams are not going to come true. My mom always wanted me to be Miss America. And there's never been a Miss America whose talent has been stand-up. And I think I could have been a contender.
As your Miss America, I travel to chuckle buckets all over this great country, spreading awareness about the fact that airline food is of a poorer quality than regular food. Hey, what's up with that? And to all those little girls out there, I tell them to keep reaching for the stars, because those are the only people who can help you. And if someone yells at you to take off your top, you just say, "Hey, jackass, you're confusing a comedy club with the place where your mama works." Thank you!
Thanks a lot.
We're having a really wonderful summer if you're a gnat. If you're an insect this big and sucks sweat, it's just been a festival out there. And it's just gonna get worse, because in May, everywhere, even in Montreal, it got up to 90 degrees, and that is wrong. Not in May. May is spring. It's supposed to be a transition time. If it is 90 degrees in May, you know what that's gonna mean? That means in August, it's gonna be about 314. You're gonna come back from work, and the sun will be a foot from your head. You'll be sweating like little pigs. You'll say, "I gotta get something to drink." You'll go to your refrigerator and open it, and the eggs will be done. And then you'll think back to this night, and you'll say, "Well, that comic wasn't that funny, but he was a prophet." February, New York City, for the first time ever, it did not snow. Even when there were dinosaurs, it used to snow in February. And that's ridiculous. February, and I don't care where you are, the weather's supposed to be awful. The weather should be gray, rainy gray, snow gray, horrible gray. Every day it just gets grayer and grayer. You finally call up your boss and go, "I'm not coming in." Boss goes, "Why? You sick?" "No. It's too gray. I don't know if it's dawn or dusk. Why does the sun bother to come out?" And then you wake up on Valentine's Day, and it's so gray out, you actually look at your wrist and think, "Hey, maybe I should slit them to see color." Valentine's Day, talk about a bogus holiday, totally made up. The holiday of love. Why would you make the holiday of love, why would you put it in the most depressing month of the year? To remind people they're alone? Even if you're in love, it's just awful. "Honey, do you love me?" "I can't tell, I got the flu." Flu season, no, it's wrong. And don't ever get a flu shot. At least they're free up here. But don't get one. I'm serious. Every year they scare you into it, and don't do it. What a flu shot does, it gives you a cold for 365 days. And that way you never get the flu, because you always have a cold. I like it when I have a cold, though, because I get to take my favorite drug, NyQuil. I love that stuff. Why would you do anything else? Robitussin, non-narcotic, sissy pansy. NyQuil is 180 proof. It doesn't get any better than that. It's the moonshine of medicine. See, when I got a cold, I want something that'll screw me up, because that way the blur seems interesting. NyQuil's the best. It comes in 2 colors, red and green. It's the only thing on the planet that tastes like red and green. There's a daytime NyQuil, there's a nighttime NyQuil. Why don't you drink either one you want? Because your cold doesn't care what time it is. God, do they think we're stupid? First time I did NyQuil was 1977. It came on the market, I was there. I said, "Give me that." There's a nurse's cap on it, get rid of it. I drank the whole thing. I woke up 3 days later. I was in Rockville, Maryland, a city I had never been in. I was standing in front of a courthouse, and I'd married a woman I'd never met. But I could breathe again.
Weather's been nuts for a long time, and nobody seems to care about it. 10 years ago, I was in Boston, Massachusetts, and in 4 days, I experienced 5 seasons. It was 30, it was 60, it was 90, then it was 12. And on the last day, there was thunder, lightning, and snow together. They don't even write about that kind of weather in the Bible. And I imagine if a prophet had seen that kind of weather, after he wiped the poop out of his pants, he'd have told us about it. I was supposed to work that night. I said, I'm not coming in. I'm scared to death. Because I know what the next season's going to be. Locusts. And there will come a time, mark my words, where there will be a season where just great big giant frogs fall from the sky. You'll wake up one morning and your weatherman will be on TV standing in a field and frogs will be bouncing off his head. He'll be going, giant frogs, what can I say? Back to you. Now the reason the weather is nuts is everybody knows why. It's because we lost the ozone layer. Well, let's do something about it. We've got men, we've got rockets, we've got saran wrap. Fix it! The only thing we've come up with to deal with the fact that we don't have an ozone layer is sunblock. And I don't trust that stuff at all. Because the people who told us about sunblock are the same people who said eggs are good. And then they said eggs were bad. And then they said they were good, and then they were bad. The yellows may not be good. The white, make up your mind! It's breakfast, I gotta eat! I use Crisco. Much better than sunblock. You can share it with everybody. And with Crisco, you never get burnt, because when you start to sizzle, you move your ass. I'd like to say that I'm thrilled to be up here. I'm thrilled to have been invited to perform for you. It's great, and it's very, very important for Americans to leave their country at least once a year. Because otherwise, Americans start to believe they have a culture. But you folks live near us. You probably know better than any other country on the planet that we're out of our minds. And you tolerate it, which is nice of you, because the people in my country are crazy. 39 of them killed themselves in San Diego in order to go to a spaceship that didn't exist. Please, 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 you have a standing army. Do us a favor. Do it for me. Do it for yourselves. Do it for everybody. Invade us.
Thank you very much, everyone. Montreal, prepare to rock. Now, first of all, I'm bald. And all bald men always do the same thing when they go bald. They grow a little beard. Because they think it'll make them look tough, like a gun runner, or a bouncer at a strip club, or if they're very lucky, Israeli. I look like a gay marine biologist working at the aquarium. I'm not homophobic, all right? Let's get that right off the bat. I'm not. I hear it all the time. You're probably gay. You probably secretly want to have sex with another man. And I say, listen, voice in my head, I do not want to. How do you know you wouldn't like it? I know I wouldn't like it. Because one time I sat on my keys the wrong way. And I had to cry in the shower. I don't even do sit-ups. I'm afraid my own penis might pop in my own mouth. So, I travel a lot. I hate traveling. I guess because my dad used to beat me with a globe. I was in North Carolina during the hurricane season, and they always name the hurricanes after women, Hurricane Fran and Betty and Wilma and stuff. And I asked this guy, I go, why do you name a hurricane after a woman? He's like, well, what would you call someone who takes all your stuff and leaves you naked in your own driveway? Oh, we're all bitter. So, I travel a lot, I'm in airports all the time. I'm walking around the airport, and you know what they got in there? A luggage store. A place to buy a piece of luggage. Have you ever been that late for a flight? Where you're like, screw it, just grab a pile of stuff. We'll get a bag at the airport. Put on a few layers and we'll get a bag at the aeroplane place. Okay, let me turn over all the cards. My favorite plane crash, and I know it's wrong to have a favorite, but I'll have to tell you, about 3 years ago off the coast of Colombia, a plane went down. I'll never forget it because I lost a brick of cocaine in the deal. Now, that's another story. These people, they went in the ocean, and then they say some people were eaten by sharks. How unlucky do you have to be for the two oddest things ever to happen to you at one time? Did someone fuck a leprechaun on that flight? What happened there? So, I'm always afraid of terrorists getting on the planes. I don't know how they get on the airplane. They have to make reservations, right? Can't they tell when they're calling up on the ring-a-ding that they're terrorists? I mean, really. Hello? I'd like to make a reservation. Oh, no, one way. My name, hold on, please. Joe. That's a J as in jihad, O as in overthrow your government, E as in explode Yankee dog pig. Smoking, oh it will be. Here's a fun thing to do when you're flying, all right? When the guy next to you falls asleep, put your life vest on, your oxygen mask, and yell, "We're going down." You will definitely get the armrest after that. That's 4 pounds of fun, all of it brown. Savvy? So, we'll talk about sex stuff now. Who can forget the song they lost their virginity to? Isn't that a special song? And it better be a good one or else it'll haunt you. I have the worst one. I could top anyone in here, so don't feel bad. I'll sing a little bit for you. Ba 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 da 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 da. Oh, I can still feel her beard. Now. So, there's a lot of sexual things I've never done. Like 2 women at one time. I've never done that. I've never had sex with 2 women at one time. I have slept with a woman who weighs as much as 2 women, though. Ba 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 da 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 da. Get it? So, more sex stuff. Okay, here it comes. I was watching porno movies. You guys like porno? Who doesn't? Some people are against porno movies. I say, hey, whatever a man and a woman and another woman with a penis and a midget do to a donkey, that is their business. In some countries, that's how they make it rain. Now, the embarrassing thing is being caught watching a porno movie, right? So you put on another channel real quick. Now you're sitting there with no pants watching How to Build a Ladder. Oh, great. One time my own father caught me watching a porno movie. The one thing you never want to hear in that situation is, "Son, move over." And the cats and the cradle and the silver spoon. My eye! I'm just painting a picture. It's just masturbation. Where's the harm in it? Come on, France, didn't you invent that? Now, I have a black belt in masturbation. I am the Jean-Claude Van Hand of masturbation. I was doing a show one time, I gotta go, but I was doing a show and this woman goes, she's in the crowd, right? She's like, "Hey, masturbation, that's so unromantic." Listen, Shaky, I'm very romantic when I masturbate. I light a candle, that's right. Then I try and shoot it out. Never invite me to a birthday. So, I gotta start taking care of myself, right? I go to the gym, and you know what they got in there? 2-pound weights. 2-pound weights. How weak do you have to be for 2-pound weights? And how did you get in the gym? How did you even open the door? That's what I want to know. Help! Help! Ooh, feel the burn. I got one of these at home. I'm in terrible shape. I need a nap after I fart. Are you with me? Or as the French call it, the little death. Now, I don't like sports, that's my problem. Like figure skating, I don't like that. Especially that guy-girl figure skating, you know, couples. I hate that. Women love that. They think that's what a good relationship looks like. Some man wearing a queer outfit dancing around you, frolicking with you. That's not a sport, that's the ice pussy whip, all right? Yeah. There's a lot of beautiful women in this town, man. It's hard to meet women because they're always looking for men that don't exist. You always want opposites in one man. I want an outdoorsy guy who's hilarious. But if you combine the two, you would not like it. Rodeo clowns, all right? I'm telling you. They're outdoorsy, hilarious, and hepatitis B, all right? So watch out. Then there's some girls that are like, I just want a stable guy I can lean on. Well, maybe you should date a table. How's that? Then there's other girls who are like, I just want a nice guy who will give and give and give and not want sex in return. I actually know this guy. His name's Grandpa, all right? Thank you very much. You guys have been a lot of fun.
All right, Mitch, just about to step on stage at Just for Laughs Montreal. How you feeling, Big Daddy?
Oh man, I think it's gonna go good. I feel the crowd is, they're really laughing hard, so I'm excited. I got some ideas that I might try. Hopefully it'll fly. We'll see.
You got any like little butterflies or insects in your stomach or anything?
Yeah, totally, man. Always, man. I like to move back and forth, so that could be some kind of insect effect there. Totally,
You're like a millipede. I just called you a millipede.
And I'm so many legs short of that, man.
I know, you've only got two. Why did I do that to you? Why did I play the race card?
A dosapede.
He's a dosapede. Yeah. Well, we're going to get a good dose of Mitch's comedy tonight. We wish you a lot of luck, buddy. Good to have you here.
Thank you, man.
All right, man.
Thank you. This is my favorite place to perform comedy. Big room. Packed. I like this, I was here in 1998, and I performed here, and I had a pretty good set, I thought it was cool. People laughed a lot, But then they didn't bring me back for 3 years now. So tonight I'm going to try to suck. Maybe that'll get me back next year. I drank a beer here. I don't really like beer. I like to have a Jack and Coke, but they won't let us have it back there. One time I had a Jack and Coke, it had a lime in it, and I saw that the lime was floating. That's good news, man. Next time I'm on a boat and it capsizes, I will reach for a lime. I'll be water skiing without a life preserver on. People will say, what the hell? And I'll pull out a lime. And a lemon, too. I'm saved by the buoyancy of citrus. I thought my teeth were white until I washed my face with Noxzema. They are off-white. I'm not even white. I'm off-white. It's a new race. We will prevail. When it comes to racism, people say, I don't care if they're black, white, purple, or green. Oh, hold on now. Purple or green, you gotta draw the line somewhere. To hell with purple people. Unless they're suffocating. Then help them. 13 is an unlucky number. If 13 is unlucky, then so should the letter B be, because B looks like a scrunched together 13. Hello, what is your name? Bob. Get the hell away. I saw a commercial for an above-ground pool. It was 30 seconds long. You know why? Because that's the maximum amount of time you can depict yourself having fun in an above-ground pool. If it was 31 seconds, the people in the pool would be going, what the hell? What am I supposed to do now? The water's only up to here. What should I do? Throw the ball back to Jimmy? Or put some goggles on and look at his feet? I was gonna stay overnight at my friend's house. He said, you're gonna have to sleep on the floor. Damn gravity. Got me again. You don't know how bad I wanna sleep on the wall. I bought a house. I bought a 2-bedroom house. But it's up to me how many bedrooms there are, though, isn't it? This bedroom has an oven in it. This bedroom has a lot of people sitting around watching TV. This bedroom is AKA a hallway. This bedroom's over in that guy's house. Sir, you have one of my bedrooms. Stay out. I got a king-size bed. I don't know any kings, but if one came over, I guess he'd be comfortable. Oh, you're a king, you say. Well, you won't believe what I have in store for you. It's to your exact specifications. When I was a boy, I laid in my twin-size bed and wondered where my brother was. See, I live in the U.S. If you're in the U.S. and you can trick someone into thinking they're in Canada, you can get more money for a magazine. I was at a convenience store reading a magazine. The clerk said, "This is not a library." I said, "All right, I will talk louder then." I was at a restaurant. I ordered a chicken sandwich, but I don't think the waitress understood me because she said, "How would you like your eggs?" So I tried to answer her anyhow. I said, "Incubated." And then raised, and then beheaded, and then plucked, and then cut up, and then put onto a grill, and then put onto a bun. Damn, it's gonna take a while. I don't have time. Scrambled. All right, I had a cold sore, I put some Carmex on it. Carmex is supposed to heal cold sores. I don't know if it does, but it will make them shiny and more noticeable. Thank you so much, thank you.
Hello. Yeah. It's always nice to come on stage, someone going, "Hey, man, you're that goat guy, man." I am the goat guy. Confuses a lot of people, especially people that don't know what Goat Man is or Goat Boy is. Walk down the street, and people that recognize him are like, "Hey, man." I'm going, "Hey, how you doing?" Everyone else going, "What's going on? These people are freaks. Run." "Hi, little Joe, you goat nuts, you." I don't even drink anymore. Everyone's drinking here. It's like a party for comedians. We're just gonna drink, man. Get all crazy, urine in the streets. So I must have seen like at least 10 people a night throwing up. I don't know what happened tonight. Must have been them hot dogs. People never learn when to quit drinking. It's not that you don't have to drink. If you don't want to get sick, it's very simple. What you do is, here's an easy analogy for everybody. Next time you go drinking, you have to remember it's like having a party, right? But the party is in your stomach. The stomach is the bouncer. He's the door guy. You don't want to annoy him, right? Now, when you have a party, you invite your friends, you invite your family, because you know everyone gets along. No problems. Same thing when you have a party in the stomach. Now, if you're going to invite alcohol, stick to one group. Like beer, you can mix up all the beer you want, because beer knows one another. They show up the stomach. He's here, I'm telling you, man. "Hey, stomach, what's up, man? Listen, it's just us beer, you know? Looking for a little party, hang out, you know? Now, you know everyone. You know Coors Light, Sam Adams, Beck's. Und hello, he's crazy, man. He's nuts, man. You know Heineken, you know? And your stomach's cool with that. All right, come on in. Just keep it down, all of you, understand? Beer goes, "Are you sure? Because there's like 20 of us here, man." Beer goes in, having a good time. Now, a party. People find out about parties. So does other liquor. Next thing you know, a couple scotches show up. "How are you, stomach? You got a great party going on in there. Well, they couldn't fit in some big pipers. What do you say?" Stomach, "I don't know. Come on, show them that." just want to blast it out. Now you're mixing the crowd up, stomach lets them in. Now that's when tension starts. People don't know one another, and that creates tension. Scotch is walking around with his boys. Come on, boys, look at there, look at that. Look at it, look at it. Oi! Heineken! Right here, you rot bastard, you. Don't like you. And now there's a lot of tension. You can feel it going on in there, but now everyone's showing up. Jägermeisters and Sambuca, sake.
Oh, how's the party here tonight? What a big party. Come and help all my friends. Come on.
Now the place is packed. There's a lot of tension. Everything's getting out of control. Your stomach. Hey, come on, guys. I'm not going to tell you again. Keep it down. I've had up to here now. And that's when the crazy people always crash the party. Who always shows up at the end of the night? Tequila. And tequila doesn't show up alone. There's always 8 or 9 of them lined up. Stomach gets all brave. How you doing, Tequila? Listen, all right? It's a little late. Can't let you in tonight. I'm sorry. You know, besides, I let you in 3 weeks ago. You ruined the place. You hear me?
Tequila's like, come on, man. We won't start no trouble, man. We just came here to have a good time, man. Right, senor? That's right, senor. We left the worm back in the van. He won't mess with nobody, man.
Like an idiot, your stomach lets in 1 shot of tequila. And then he sneaks in all his friends when no one's looking.
Come on, man. Ain't nobody looking. Go to the legs. Go get the worm. We're gonna go get the bone.
Your stomach. All right, that's it. Everyone, get out. Hey, oh, what are you doing? Not that way, the way you came in. Let's go. Let's go, ham and eggs. Everybody, out. It's always like a stubborn old hot dog.
I've been here for 9 years, and this just ain't right. Get out.
You guys have been great. Thanks for having me here tonight.
Thanks, everybody. I just came out from over there. That was cool. I was waiting backstage for you. Welcome to the show, everybody. My name is Mitch, and I'm very funny. Thanks. I like, the girls. They're sexy. I like their breasts. Oh my God. They're so soft. I like, small breasts. I know that most women think that guys only like big breasts, because guys are always like, I like them big. Let's go pee on stuff. But I like small breasts. They're sexy. They have more personality. Small breasts are like, hi, can I help you with something? And you're like, no, I'm just looking. Thanks. I don't even know why I like breasts. They don't do anything. They just bounce up and down, and it makes me happy. I can be really sad, and then I see breast, and I'm like, I get happy. Thanks. I'm very funny. I like girls who are easy. They're so much fun. They make the date so fun. Some girls make you wait before they have sex with you. What's that about? I was with this one girl. She's like, I like to wait 6 months before I have sex with a guy. And I was like, wow, I really respect that. Okay, I guess I'll see you in 6 months. Do you just email me, or how does that work? 'Cause I want to be sure to block off that date, because I'm planning a vacation, so I want to... I'm very fertile. I got a girl pregnant once. Oh my God. She called me up. She's like, I think I'm pregnant. I was like, the number you have reached. Because babies are expensive and they eat your food. It's hard to get a girl pregnant. Do you know that girls can only get pregnant 2 days out of every month? Only 2 days. And only 1 day is the main day. The second day, they're already pulling down the gate and closing up. Yeah, and like a real tricky sperm can kind of be like, I just want to talk to the egg. I'll be out in 1 minute. I just want to see if my friend's in there. Thanks. I'm very funny. I would make such a great boyfriend for some lucky lady out there, 'cause I'm whipped. I do everything I'm told and never complain when I get sent out to get something. That's how you know you're a boyfriend, when your whole life just becomes getting sent out on errands. And you look forward to it because you get to see other guys at the store. You're walking around and you're like, Sam, what are you sent out for? Let me see your note. Oh, I need pads too. Let's walk together. I have a coupon. And that coupon line's funny. And when you get sent out to get something, you better get exactly what you were sent out for, or you'll get sent right the hell back. And then you have to stand in line with the other reject boyfriends. They all want to talk to the guy in front of me. He's like, what are you here for? I bought orange juice with the pulp. I was supposed to buy orange juice without the pulp. He's like, what's the difference? That is not for us to ask. Thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the
Sean? Hey, Sean, how you feeling, man?
I don't know, not too good, Harlan. You know, it's a big show for me. I just don't know if I'm ready. I'm not settled. I'm so nervous.
A little tense?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, come on over to my dressing room. Feeling a little looser now?
Yeah, I feel good.
Good.
Yeah, that's good. I feel like a cloud or something, like...
A soft little cloud.
Yeah, I do. I feel
You're
like...
gonna float out onto that stage and rain your jokes all over the field of people.
Wow, I hope they brought their umbrellas.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, each of you. I have a dream that one day I will be a villain in a James Bond film. And I have the suit. I'm working my way up. And there's two reasons why I want to be a villain in a James Bond film. One, you get to name your own henchman, which is very exciting. Name your own henchman. And there have been some fantastic henchmen in the past. Odd Job, with his flying hat. Or Jaws with his metal teeth. Terrifying, isn't he? But I believe if you're going to have a henchman, you should give him a humiliating, silly name so that he will kill anyone who hears it. That's the idea. For example, Mr. Bond, I see you've met my 8-foot-tall psychopath, Poopy Pants. Destroy him, Poopy! Poopy, kill him! Use your powers of poop! And he would, wouldn't you? The second reason I want to be a villain in a James Bond film is because you can devise these ways of killing James Bond that are very imaginative, totally ridiculous. And he eventually escapes to come back and kill you. So, for example, Mr. Bond, we've captured you. Poopy Pants! Take Mr. Bond. Put him on a very smooth surface. Leave him there for several hours. Then, quite suddenly, put him on a pebbly surface. Ooh, pebbly, rough. Ooh, frightened, Mr. Bond. You will be. And then, if he is still alive, strip him naked, coat him with yogurt, and lead him through a Greek village at noon. Yes, Mr. Bond, you will feel the pebbly tongues of Greece. Oh, he's escaped. Oh, dear. Poopy, get out the electronic sleds. We have to catch him. Now, the other thing I love about the James Bond series of films, amazing music. The finest musicians in the world are asked to do the James Bond themes. And it's sad, because there are so many other brilliant performers who've never had a chance. People like Neil Young. James Bond with your fancy women. Who you fooling? Nobody. Well, it's sad. He's never had one. R.E.M. Shot me in the face. Ow, 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 that hurt. Never going to do one. Or, saddest of all, the great Bob Dylan. Coming in, you want to run? Coming in, he's got a gun. Didn't you? There was a satellite with a laser beam. Everybody run, everybody scream. Wouldn't you? Never did one. Thank you. I think it's time to reach out again. I think it's time to ask a very special question, and I'm going to need your answer. For the food of your choice will end your life tonight. Yes, the food of your choice will end your life tonight. You, sir, you with your t-shirt on as if to say, I'm all muscly. Tell me what food would end your life tonight. Any food at all, little man. Come to me. Pasta. I will take pasta and I will run tiny electric wires up each strand, and then I will make it and cook it and run the wires carefully away from the table under the tablecloth. You will take a fork and you will roll up your pasta and you will go, very nicely done. Put it in your mouth. I will run 1 million volts of electricity into your skull. You will die in an effervescent fire. And the food of your choice will end your life tonight. You, sir, you with the glasses on your eyes as if to say, I can't see. Tell me what food would end your life tonight. Carrots. I will take carrots and I will take you up on a ride in the space shuttle, and you will say, ooh, this is exciting. And then we'll go up and we'll get into space suits and we'll go out and do a spacewalk out in space. And then I will secretly release a number of very sharp, pointy carrots going around the Earth in orbit the other way. and they will swarm around the earth, and you'll be going, oh, look, I think I can see Venus from here. And then suddenly, these super frozen pointy carrots will come up over the horizon, and you will go, ah! And they will pierce your spacesuit. Your intestines will fly out into space, freezing in a ribbon shape, and it will end your life tonight. And the food of your choice will end your life tonight. Yes, the food of your choice will end your life tonight. Food of choice.
Thank you. I'm Sean Cullen, Dylan Goodyear.
How's it going? All right, I'm sorry I can't hear since the Gulf. How's it going? All right, kind of don't. So, I have kind of an odd look. I have kind of a Andre Agassi with a drinking problem kind of look, and not many women go for it, but up in this town, however, my old friend Alcohol showed up, so I'm hooking up big time. I like the booze. I was drinking whiskey. Jack Daniels, that's a wild man drink. That stuff should come with bail money, you know what I'm saying? When you're drinking whiskey, it's like an invisible hand on the back of your head going, it's gonna be all right. Oh, you don't need to get there tomorrow morning or maybe the next day. I like to relax, have a couple of cigarettes. This town's all about cigarettes, smoking, and drinking. The whole place is like run by my aunt. I don't know what's going on here. I like a cigarette. You always want a cigarette, like after you have sex. You want a cigarette after you have sex with a beautiful woman or a confused young man. You want a cigarette. I like to smoke. Because you always want a cigarette after you have sex. You don't roll off someone and go, that was great. Would you like a Skittles or something? You want a cigarette. I like to cigarette smoke and watch the old TV. I also watch the Discovery Channel. Do you watch it? You know what I've discovered? I need a girlfriend. That's what I've discovered. Once you've watched everything on the planet have sex, I think it's your turn. Bugs, rocks, plants, everything's getting laid. Like that young boy said in the Bible. Yes, even the dust mite. That's right, it lives in your eyebrow. Things are having sex on you while you're not having sex. And I don't think that's right. I'm getting all in a dither here. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is I travel a lot. In fact, I was just in Ohio, in America. Have you ever been there? Well, you have? Oh my God. You know what's a fun thing to do there? Packing up and getting the hell out of there, all right? I'm sorry, little missy, but that place is where am I? Oh, I'm still here. I'm in a bus station. I'm not bragging. I'm just sitting there, right? You've been to a bus station, it's kind of scary. People walking around dirty, wearing rags, babbling, shaking, drooling. That's why no one ever blows up a bus station. They get down, they look around, they're like, damn, someone's already done this, bitch, let's get out of here. I'm in the bus station, minding my own business. A guy comes up to me, he's only got one tooth, just one, and he's not even taking good care of it. You know, you think when you only got one tooth, you take really good care of it. Not this guy. He's like, hey, can I help you? Help me do what? Remember to brush and floss? What can you help me do? He's like, oh no, I thought you needed some directions. Hey, if I need directions, I'm not asking a man with one tooth. I'm asking a man with one leg. No, because he definitely knows the easiest way to get there, am I right? Oh yeah. No, I think I am. They don't call me Larry Lastack for no reason. I'll tell you, a man with one leg, he knows things, right? He's got information, right? It's the way they walk. They always look like they're gonna tell you something important. Hey, it's very slippery outside. Trust me, I only got one leg. Sorry, I'm late. The elevator ain't working. Pass the word. That guy knows things. You see a guy with one tooth, what does he know? Nothing. A whole lot of nothing. Taffy is delicious. I love taffy. I'm daffy for taffy. So I'm sitting on the couch playing my favorite apartment game, Find the Smell. Have you ever played that game? Well, luckily it was me. I hate when I go over to someone's house or chateau and they've got that Glade air freshener smell. Who are you fooling? I know you did something smelly, and now you don't want me to smelly it. Or if you go in someone's bathroom, someone's dirty, filthy bathroom, and they got that lemon fresh smell. Ooh, what is there, a lemonade stand in here somewhere? I'd like a glass of lemonade. It always smells like lemons and ass, you know what I'm saying? Like a lemon ass. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Two smells together just always reek. Even two good smells, like cotton candy. Who never loved cotton candy? I love it, and Scotch whiskey. Whose mommy's boyfriend didn't drink Scotch whiskey? But together, cotton candy and Scotch, it's like, oh man, did someone just have sex with a clown or something? Was there some clown banging in here? I guess what I'm trying to say is I want to have a family. Now, I want to have a couple of kids. I don't even like kids. I just want to name something. My cousin had a baby, and I was watching her breastfeed for a couple of bucks, and I'll tell you, ladies, that's amazing. Oh, yeah, no, you got a little drink coming out of you. Fellas, we can't breastfeed, you know what I'm saying, because if we could, we'd spend the whole time squirting each other. Now, you know we would. We'd squirt each other, tease the cat, wah, wah, set up tin cans and knock them down. Hey, but we got nipples too. Something should come out of our nips. Something manly though, like motor oil or beer. Oh, it can't be beer. Because then your buddies would want to suck your nipples, am I right? And you'd be like, come on, man, get off of my nipple. I'm trying to drive. Now, let's end on a somber note, the way we started. So, drinking and driving, a lot of people say it's wrong, and I call these people the cops. But you know what? Sometimes you got no choice. Those kids got to get to school. Am I right? I got pulled over. I was drunk. I think you know you're really drunk when you get pulled over by the Coast Guard. That's when you know. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure, Montreal. You're so good to me.
I couldn't be happier to be back in Canada. It is of the utmost importance for Americans to leave their country every 2 years. We are the only people on the planet who listen to the music of John Tesh. And if any of you happen to be secretly doing it, take a fork and do this. Okay? You're better off with the wind whistling through your head. I made an extraordinary discovery in my travels as a comedian that I wanted to share with you this evening. It will change the way you look at everything. Really, from the beginning of time, people have looked at the heavens and believed that the end of the universe is out there. That is not true. It happens to be in the United States. And oddly enough, it's in Houston, Texas. I know, I was shocked too. I discovered it really by accident, as any great discovery was made. I was leaving the comedy club there. I walked down the street. At the end of the street, there was a Starbucks. And directly across from that Starbucks, in the exact same building as that Starbucks, was another Starbucks. At first, I thought the sun was playing tricks with my eyes. But no, there was a Starbucks across from a Starbucks. And that, my friends, is the end of the universe. People have said to me, how do you know? And I say, go there. Stand right between them and look at your watch. Time stands still. And if you turn this way and look only at that Starbucks, immediately you think to yourself, you know, when I turn around, there can't possibly be another Starbucks behind me. No one would be that stupid. And if there was a just and loving God, he wouldn't allow this kind of crap to go down. So you turn slowly, thinking, I'll see a Gap, a McDonald's, or maybe an Exxon. But there's another Starbucks! What was the man thinking who stood in the empty building and looked across the street at the Starbucks that was already built? What was going through his head as he turned to his wife and kids and said, you know, I have a vision. I pondered long and hard as to what group of people would need a Starbucks across from a Starbucks. There's got to be a lot of people in that area there, and I mean no harm by this, but there's got to be a lot of people there who must have Alzheimer's. It's the only group of people who make this joke work. Okay? It's got to be somebody who sat in the coffee shop all day with his pals and goes to the door, opens it slowly, and looks across the street and goes, my God, a Starbucks. I think it's time we had a cup of coffee. Thank you. God bless you.
I like to wear this pass because it helps me know when I'm upside down. Hey, I was getting my teeth whitened, but then I said, forget that, I'll just get a tan instead. I saw a billboard. It said, estimated lotto jackpot, 55 million. See, I didn't know that shit was estimated. That would suck if you want to go, oh, we were off by 2 zeros. We estimate that you are angry. I like rice. Rice is great when you're hungry and you want 2,000 of something. I saw a commercial on late night TV. It said, forget everything you know about slipcovers. So I did. And it was a load off my mind. Then the commercial tried to sell slipcovers, but I didn't know what the hell they were. You guys are cool, man. Canada is all right. I like the American-Canadian border, because if you're walking along the border with a friend and you push your friend into Canada, he can't push you back right away, because first he has to go through customs. What brings you to Canada, that asshole? When you leave it, when I regain my equilibrium? I went to the doctor. All he did was suck blood from my neck. Do not go see Dr. Acula. Dr. Scholl makes foot products. And he's a doctor, so he went to school for a long time. But it doesn't take a lot to figure out that stepping on a cushion will be more comfortable. That guy wasted lots of time at school, because I'd have bought that shit from a Mr. Scholl. Maybe even a Senor Show. I got a belt on that's holding up my pants, and my pants have belt loops that hold up my belt. I don't know what's really happening down there. Who is the real hero? I walked by a dry cleaner at 3 a.m., and the sign says, sorry, we're closed. You don't have to be sorry. It's 3 a.m., and you're a dry cleaner. It would be ridiculous for me to expect you to be open. I'm not gonna walk in at 10 a.m. and say, hey man, I walked by at 3 and you guys were closed. Somebody owes me an apology. I I called the hotel operator. She said, how can I direct your call? Well, you could say action, and I will begin to dial. Then when I say goodbye, you can yell cut. And if you want, you can wear a beret and knickers. Is a hippopotamus, or a really cool opotamus? Hey man, if you're a fish and you want to become a fish stick, you have to have very good posture. You can't be a slouchy fish or you will be a fish clump. I went to the store, I bought 8 apples. The clerk said, do you want me to put them in a bag? I said, oh no man, I juggle. But I can only juggle 8. If I'm ever here buying 9 apples, bag them up. I got a new CD, it's in stores. And when you have a CD in stores, you have to do in-store appearances. If nobody shows up, I just pretend like I'm shopping. That's how I shop. I sit behind a table with a pen. I hate to dream. Dreaming takes energy. Sleeping is supposed to be a relaxing affair. I lay down on the bed, it feels great. Next thing you know, I have to build a go-kart with my ex-landlord. Hey, if you can't sleep, count sheep. Don't count endangered animals, you will run out. I order the club sandwich all the time, and I'm not even a member, man. I don't know how I get away with it. I like my sandwiches with 3 pieces of bread. So do I. Well, let's form a club. Okay, but we need some more stipulations. Yes, we do. Instead of cutting the sandwich once, let's cut it again. Hell yeah, 4 triangles. We'll position them into a circle. And in the middle, we will dump chips. Or potato salad. Cool, I can deal with that. Let me ask you a question. How you feel about frilly toothpicks? I'm for them. Well, this club is formed then. I like to take a toothpick and throw it in the forest and say, you're home. Some people think I'm high on stage. I would never get high before a show, because when I'm high, I don't want to stand in front of a bunch of people that I don't know. That does not sound comfortable. Like when you're high and a joke doesn't work, it's extra scary. It's like, whoa, what the hell happened there? I am retreating within myself. Why have all these people gathered? And why am I elevated? Why am I not facing the same way as everyone else? And what is this electric stick in my hand? I like the way this is situated here. It seems like you guys were chasing me, closing in, then said, fuck it, let's sit down. All right, thank you very much.
That's what I do. That's how I get ready for the show. I chew gum like this. Really bite down hard. What?
All right, what's up? I've learned something tonight. And what I learned is that everybody wants to leave behind something. Everybody wants to be remembered for something. Everyone wants to have a legacy that you leave behind. And you're saying, Dane, what do I do? I don't know what to do. I will tell you. It doesn't have to be a big grandiose thing. You can do something on a daily basis, individual, one-on-one. Example, the other day, I was walking down the street. I saw a young boy eating an ice cream cone. I ran up, I smashed it in his face. I said, you remember me forever. And I ran into the woods. You want to affect lives, do this. Next time you go to a party, right? And everyone's out there having a good time, drinking, doing heroin. Everyone's having a blast. This is what I want you to do. Go into the room where they put all the coats. You know, they throw them on the bed. This is what I want you to do. Go in there, go to the bathroom all over the coats. You will affect lives. Because you know at some point in the future, someone's gonna come out of that room and go, someone shit on the coats. We all want to achieve things. And then we all want to be a part of other people's achievements. Or maybe not achievements. For example, something I've always wanted to see my entire life, ever since I was a young tot, and then I grew up. even till now, I've always wanted to see something that I finally got to see 3 weeks ago, and I was so thrilled to finally be a part of it. I finally saw someone get hit by a car. It was a blast. This guy, he got cracked, and he went flying through the air like a Tekken character when somebody doesn't know the combos and just hits the buttons. It was fantastic. Here's how it went down. The guy's walking down the street, he's got his headphones on, he's doing this little thing. And I don't know what you're listening to that makes you walk like this, maybe just maracas. He's going, he starts to cross the street. He's got a not a good time to cross a signal. As he starts to go, I see the car start coming down, and right away I'm like, yes. This guy gets clocked. He starts going through the air. His shoes flew off. I'm laughing. This is how the guy lands on the other side of the car. My favorite part of the story. He comes down like this. He flips over. He comes down. He lands on his feet. He jumps up, and then he starts to walk around embarrassed. He's trying to play it off like he didn't just get hit by a car. Amazing. People around him are like, oh my God, are you okay? Are you all right? He's like, yeah, I'm fine, seriously. I'm fine, I'm a little bit hungry, but other than that, I'm fine. No, you should sit down, you're bleeding from the ears. I know that. I do that. I empty the blood out of my own head every couple of weeks. It's tradition in my family. Has anyone seen my shoes? I kicked them off in a fit of joy. These are things that we all want to experience, but there's something else on my list, on my itinerary that I want to be a part of. Love. I want to be a part of love. I want it to wrap me up. I want it to hug me. It's not easy to find love. I was with a girl for a little bit. We broke up. Clack. We broke up. A couple of reasons we broke up. First of all, she exaggerated a lot, and I don't like that. She would be like, oh my God, Dane, there was a fire outside my house last night. There was like 1,000 firefighters out there. No, there was not. That's way too many firefighters. They'd all be out there like, what are we doing out here, guys? There's like 1,000 of us. Who called? Who is on the hoses? Let's form a line, firefighters. There's like 1,000 of us out here. Here's the other reason we had to break up. Because she kept wanting to bring our cat to the dog park, and you don't do it. It's a dog park. That's our club. We don't want cats down there. She'd be like, why? Why can't we bring the cat? It's simple, because nobody wants to hear people calling their cats, because dogs have cool names. You're out there, Beast, let's go. Titan, Titan, come here. Right? You don't want to hear people out there. Captain Majestic. Captain Majestic, Simple Sensations. Simple Sensations. Love. I try to search for the feeling. What is it, Dane? How can I really explain to the crowd how it feels? And I got it. I know how it feels. When you don't have love and everybody you know is in love, that's like there's a party going on and everybody was invited except for you. And you just happen to be walking by that house in the rain. It is sad, but that's how it feels. But then again, once you're in love, you know what that's like? That's like being inside that party going, where the fuck is my jacket? I want to get out of here. I've been at this party 6 years and I want to see other parties. Where's my jacket? Someone shit on the coats. I gotta get out of here, guys. Tell your mom I said hi. Had to do a little thingy. I'm gonna go meditate now. More gum. I need more gum.
I
live in New York City. I came in yesterday, and we do have to mend fences, let's face it, right? Canada was very mad at the United States. You didn't want to be part of the coalition of the willing in the Iraq War. You didn't want to be part of it. You didn't want to jump on board with every other country. Everybody was with the United States, folks, everybody. Bulgaria, they sent a couple dudes. Spain, they put together a little good luck piñata that they sent over, which I thought was very supportive. And Canada didn't go. Canada always goes to war with the United States. I don't think, you guys don't even really have a military. You're just too polite to say no. You're like, all right, sure, we'll go. You're not a warmongering country. Let's face it, you're the only country in the world you got your independence by asking nicely. It was crazy. You're like, You said England, come on, England, it's freezing over here. It's crawling with French people. You don't want to be a part of that, do you? Well, keep the Queen on the money. What do you say? Come on. But you're so mad at the United States. It's the first time there's been this kind of tension between our countries. You're so mad you sent Celine Dion to Vegas to torture us for 3 years. I thought that was too much. What happened to peace and prosperity at the end of the Cold War? Wasn't there supposed to be no more wars? Everything was supposed to get better. What happened? Now it's the most dangerous time in history. Everybody's got nuclear weapons. India, Pakistan, North Korea. India and Pakistan have nuclear weapons. Those are dirt poor countries, folks. Where do they get nuclear weapons? Their armies don't even have matching uniforms, for Christ's sake. You know, they go to war, they gotta call each other up. Wear something tough looking. What is happening to the world? There's wars everywhere. There's more crazy, insane diseases. Every freak virus outbreak everywhere. You know, in the States, we had this monkeypox outbreak. Monkeypox, a real disease called the monkeypox. And they figured out that people were getting it because they were playing with their pet prairie dogs. And they tracked it down. Within 3 days of the first outbreak, they tracked it back to a pet shop in Wisconsin where a prairie dog had shared a cage with an African rat from Namibia and became infected with the monkeypox. What kind of detective work is that? Who's doing this stuff? Where's Osama bin Laden? Where's Saddam Hussein? Where are the weapons of mass destruction? We can't find any of this stuff. We can't find any of this stuff, but we find a gopher with the sniffles in a terrarium in Madison, Wisconsin. I live in New York City, and that's, you're worried about terrorism all the time. The other day, my son says to me, Daddy, how come the bad men hate us so much? How come the bad men hate us? How sad is that? I actually got tears in my eyes, because he's 18. What kind of a moron am I raising? I said, I don't know why they hate us, dummy. Why don't you read the paper and form your own opinions? Americans have no idea what goes on. I was talking to this Arab guy the other day, and he said, why do the Americans always support the Israelis? Why do the Americans always support the Israelis? He said, it's probably because in America, the Jews have all the money, and they control the media, which is ridiculous and paranoid, and really only part of it. Americans have no idea what goes on in the Middle East. The average American has no idea what's going on between the Israelis and the Palestinians. So basically, Americans support the Israelis for one reason, because the Israelis never do this. And the average American's like, I don't know what's going on over there, but I don't like that. I'm going with the team that ain't doing that. That I don't like. And this guy told me it stinks for him. He's always stereotyped as a terrorist. Whenever he travels, people assume he's a terrorist. And that does suck, but you know what? In America, every ethnic group has a stereotype that they've had to overcome at some point in their history. I'm half Colombian and half Spanish. I don't get upset every time people assume that I'm a bullfighter. I don't. I just deal with it. It's my little cross to bear. I can't be seen with a sword or a cape. You don't think that hurts me as an American? You don't think I'd love to wear my skin-tight pink capri pants with the bedazzling on them? Now in America, they don't even say French. They don't even say French. Freedom fries, freedom toast. Even fiance, even French words like fiance were changing. Even fiance, they're changing to person who'll eventually suck the will to live right out of me. They're changing it. I can't figure out the relationship thing. I'm married, sort of, but you can't just once I'd like to see a movie that gets relationships. You know, I rented that movie Monsters Ball the other day, and it was supposed to show you that love can triumph over racism, which is a great message, but the casting was ridiculous. You got Billy Bob Thornton playing a racist corrections officer who somehow manages to overcome his racism enough to have sex with Halle Berry. Wow, good to see people rise above the hate like that, huh? It's Halle Berry. I'm pretty sure even the Grand Wizard of the KKK could have walked across that bridge. If they wanted to make a big statement, it should have been Brad Pitt and Whoopi Goldberg.